to eke out the potential in people and see what they can offer to the community and each other.
You give some hours and then you get things back according to what you need.
And I think it's brilliant because an hour of someone's time is equal to an hour of someone else's time, whatever they're doing.
Instead of having money exchange hands or gifts.
They're making time into currency, basically.
I think that's basically all it is, to help people.
And if you do something for somebody, it helps to get that bond going.
People get together, but they both gain. It's a two-way thing.
So it's encouraging good neighbours, as we used to do years ago.
A time bank is a means to exchange time and skills in your local area.
Erin walked into this office one day and said, "I've got some time to spare, can I do some volunteering?" The first thing I did was jump on her for the escort for school because the children would respond to her very well.
Right, gang, are we ready to get these kids? Let's go.
It's like being the lollipop lady, but walking with the kids the whole way from school to the centre. There are usually two of us trying to keep them in pairs to bring them back safely crossing the road and then back here.
Mamadou, come on.
It just, I suppose, put me in a place where I could find out more what was happening. And then I spoke to Anne, and she let me know about the things that are happening in Timebank and just how it works.
Some people don't know they've got skills. Some people say things like, "Oh, I don't know what I could offer." All these things are skills. It's up to the broker to really know who they've got in their bank, so you can eke out the potential in people and see what they can offer to the community and each other.
For every hour you spend helping someone in a time bank, you receive 1 time credit. Erin earned time credits doing the walking bus and spent those credits in a poetry workshop.
Anywhere else you probably would be charged something for being in a class which is being led by a published poet.
What you have here sometimes are natural assonance.
And we pay Tessa with our time credits. And then to gain credits, again, I will go out with the group and we'll go and read poems.
A cocktail of nations in that sleepless tin pot.
I'm probably the youngest person there, and it goes right up to like 80s or something, which is good because it means it's inclusive to lots of people.
Be thankful I'm geriatric, with legs that have lost their spring. Otherwise, I think, my friends, you would have a different song to sing. Especially that nice fat blackbird so busily filling his tum. If I were younger, he'd be filling mine. Ooh, wouldn't that be fun?
Through her time bank activities and meeting Anne, Erin found out about a full-time job.
A job opportunity came vacant in the community centre, and she applied for it along with others. When we saw her time bank form, she was more than qualified.
And then we can get your details on this. My job is to look after the learners who come here. You meet people who are probably your neighbours, and just seeing where they are at and that you can give them something, you can help them in some way and just encourage them in their learning.
Plastic bottles, glass bottles and cans.
Time banking is a great way to reward valuable work that often goes unnoticed, such as the recycle pick, organised by Kirsty.
Okay. You're counting?
Yeah.
Oh, blood.
166. Okay, wow, 16.86.
Okay. All done? Quick, write it down.
330.
Yeah. Write it down. Excellent.
I should come in.
Thank you for organising it, Kirsty.
Time banks can help provide local support for the more vulnerable in society.
Somebody with obsessive compulsive disorder, for example, what this person wanted was somebody to offload to.
Basically, I felt like I was really, really struggling. At times I felt completely kind of out of my depth.
And then you remember, I've got a listener that's patient, who genuinely wants to sit and help that person.
Yes, no, absolutely.
It's trying to listen to people and trying to understand needs more than sort of the surface level of things.
The relationship we've built up over time, and I feel I can gain a better perspective on where I've been and kind of where I'm going.
It simplifies things and can put more meaning into your work if you know that what you're doing is for the person next door. I think it slightly changed my attitude towards what work is and what work can be.
Time banking is about give and take, but you don't have to earn time credits before you can spend them. As Claire found out when she visited a cycle maintenance workshop.
That's the point.
I've got a couple of bikes and I don't really know how to maintain them.
If it's rubbing, you'd soon hear it.
Yeah.
But your wheels nice and straight.
Then I always just take it to a bike shop and pay for somebody to do it, so now I might get Allen keys and start doing a bit myself.
The time banks are very needs-led, you know, so it's you telling us what you need and you telling us what you enjoy doing.
Time banks are open to everyone and it's completely free to join. A time bank can provide the perfect link to connect with the skills available in local organisations.
I currently do cycle training to young people around Islington as a cycling officer.
I want to be able to cycle to work.
Yep.
I don't know the route of how to do it yet.
But what I'm thinking is regarding the time bank is I'd take you out to the route that you want to go on. We start at the beginning, just work through the whole route.
That feels quite far away from the cars, actually.
You are quite far away, but you've got to protect yourself, so...
Practice a few different manoeuvres that I wouldn't have been confident in trying before, sort of coming out into the middle of the road and turning right, for instance.
The position we want to be in for a right turn is pretty much towards the central line, exactly. So, checking behind as you go. Give a signal, and then just before you turn, one last look over your shoulder, call it the lifesaver look.
There's a few different avenues it could go. There's myself being able to train people within the time bank. Also maybe Claire could be a cycling buddy to someone. Then she could even earn her own credits that way.
I've filled in the application and so I can give some time as well. It's quite difficult to think of what time you want to receive back from someone else. We would never have thought of this. It just came out of the bike workshop and it's been really, really ideal.
Time banks can be located anywhere, and its possibilities are only limited by our imaginations. As head teacher Wendy discovered with the introduction of an innovative approach to time banking.
With the buddy bench, it's formalised the situation where there's always a space where you can be looked after and there's always someone to do it.
Buddy bench is a place where young children, if they're upset or alone, can go to.
It's a bench where people can go if something's happened in the playground or somebody said something to them.
It helps in resolving any of the conflicts that they might have in the playground.
Buddy bench helpers normally have a red band on that goes across them. So then if anybody sits on the bench, they go to them and they ask them, what's wrong, what can we do to help?
Hey son, what's the matter? Charlotte didn't want to play with me. Let me just go find Charlotte. Give me a sec.
I was having water and then she came and pushed me.
She pushed me first and I pushed her back. Is this true, Seven? But did you push her?
Yeah.
Who did it first?
Charlotte.
If someone was upset over something, the buddy bench would try and do a peace path, which is they get the person that's been upsetting the other person and they ask what they want, and then the person repeats that and say what they want, and the other person repeats that, and then so on until they find a good solution.
Okay, why don't we do the peace pop, okay? How are you feeling, Seven? Good. How about you, Charlotte? So you're both feeling upset, and what would you two like as the solution? Charlotte? Maybe reach over and shake hands. Maybe reach over and shake hands. Then what are you waiting for? Shake hands and apologise. Sorry. Now, go and play.
There's less issues in the playground now for definite. If you do a specific amount of time, then like at the end of the term or something, you go on a trip.
The children who've been in the buddy bench, their time is sort of banked into a pool, and so they then get a trip out.
We've been on hikes, bowling.
Like Miss Meredith right now, she's saving up so we can all go horse riding.
It just helps to develop an all-round individual, and the kind of people that we want our children to grow up to be. Helpful, supportive, yeah, there for each other.
It's just old-fashioned community spirit, helping your neighbour, helping each other. But you also gain from it. You gain experience. You gain, you gain friendships, and with the view to possibly having a job, having a future, doing things that you never thought you would do, trying things out for the first time, getting an opportunity to experiment where your skills lie, because that's a hard thing to do. If you want to come and genuinely help in the community, help each other, the ideal way to do it is in a time bank.